right. All right, team, welcome to the Next Fitness Show. My name is Alexis Craig, and I am here doing this with you live. You might be taking this on the recording, but if you are here with me live, say what's up, get in the chat, let me know that you're here. I can already see a few people jumping in here. Trainer Kathy's in here saying, hey, hey, hey. Megan says hello. You got your shake weight and you're ready to party? Perfect. Yes, yes. Kelly says hello, team. Lisa B says happy Friday. All right, awesome, you guys. Thank you for being here. Now, please go push the like on the video. It helps so much. I really appreciate it when you do that. And be here with me in the show. Let's do it. Okay, so today we have a great show for you. This is a product of the Next Fitness Show, which is part of the Next Fitness Thing. The Next Fitness Thing is a digital health and wellness platform, and you can check us out at thenextfitnessthing.com. We have Facebook, we're on TikTok, we're on Instagram, we're here on YouTube, and we have an app. You can search for us in the App Store, find our app, and we have a bunch of classes and a lot of different things to offer. So check us out. Okay, now, without further ado, here we go. Our topic of the day today, let's see, I gotta get this thing going in here. There we go. Our topic of the day today is fitness, gadgets, and gizmos. Okay, this is a super fun topic, at least for me. If you have a certain fitness gimmick or gadget that is kind of like the one that you think is awesome slash hilarious, please feel free to shout it out, put it in the chat or put it in the comments. Trainer Kathy says, and the best teammates ever. That is 100% true. We do have the best teammates ever. Teammates are like what we call people who work out with us and who are part of our community, and we absolutely have the best teammates ever, for sure. You guys are what makes us awesome. Anyway, so the gadgets and gizmos. Now, I have to say, I am a child, I would claim the 80s, so I was alive in the 90s too. There are definitely some real winners to pull from that time period. There's also some really current ones. And I will say, we have 10 different products to go through. Some of them are just like hilarious, and other ones actually might have some redeeming qualities. So we're going to talk about all of them, and I would love to hear your thoughts as well. All right, let's do it. Our first gadget slash gizmo. All right, I'm getting my tech situation together. We're going to start with the classic. Okay, so we're starting with this classic item, which is the ThighMaster. All right, how many of you either have a ThighMaster or had a ThighMaster? I will say, I think I've had two in my life, to be totally honest with you. I'm pretty sure I've had two. Shout out to Suzanne Summers. I mean, and the ThighMaster was certainly a thing. Okay, I want to even share with you. Let's see if I can get this queued up. The original ThighMaster commercial is freaking epic. It is on YouTube. I'm just going to show a little clip of it. Let's see if I can get that going. Hold on one second. I've never really showed videos on this before, so forgive me that my tech skills are maybe not quite there, but we're going to do our best. Here we go. Let's do it.
Great legs.
Thank you.
How do you get them?
I used to do aerobics till I dropped. Then I found ThighMaster. Every single time you squeeze ThighMaster, you strengthen and tone right where you need it. So it's easy to squeeze your way to shapely hips and thighs.
All right. If you haven't seen the ThighMaster before, now at least you know what we're talking about. That's the ThighMaster. Now, okay, I used to have one. I wish I had one that I could show you, but I don't have it. Do you guys still have this? I will say, does it do what it says it's gonna do? I mean, it will strengthen your inner thighs. Yes, it will strengthen your inner thighs. It absolutely will. Kathy says you never had one, but you remember it. Okay, okay, fair enough. Yep. I will just say that here's my perspective on the ThighMaster. For most people, having your knees caving in toward the center is a problem. Like that is an overuse problem where a lot of people have this kind of like knock-kneed posture, and it tends to cause knee issues for your knees to cave in toward the center. So if you're just training inner thighs and you're not training glute medius at the same time to be able to pull it out, then it's actually going to be detrimental as far as the alignment of your lower body. So I'm not going to say the ThighMaster is harmful in itself. I would say no, it's not necessarily, but it's pretty important if you're going to use something like the ThighMaster to also use something like, resistance band around your thighs, get down in the squat and walk from side to side or do squats or something like that. Training glute medius is going to be much more effective. That's what I'm talking about. Doing like the Pilates side series kind of stuff with clamshells is the opposite of the ThighMaster. And if you go to physical therapy for your knees or your hips or your lower back, or Aaron and I always joke, Aaron's one of our teammates. I've always joked that they basically make you, if you go to physical therapy for anything, you go to physical therapy for your pinky, they make you train glute medius. And so the ThighMaster is kind of like the opposite muscle going on there. So just saying, it's not the first thing I would recommend. Meh. Anyway, I also don't think that you get those thighs from doing the ThighMaster. Just saying. Probably not. Ah, nice. Nancy says hello from Minnesota. Hello. Megan says you could use a barbell and get basically the same thing. Absolutely true. You could take the ball that like the playground ball that you put between your legs in bar class and you could squeeze that and it's basically the same thing as the ThighMaster. Totally 100% true. Okay, so that's our first one. That was the ThighMaster. Let's see if I can get my tech going. All right, here we go. Now here's the second one. Our second gadget and gizmo today is the Hawaii chair. Okay, have you actually seen this thing? This one just makes me laugh just to think about the Hawaii chair. If you have not seen the Ellen episode of the Hawaii chair, you definitely need to check that out. I'm not showing that one today. I'll show you the commercial though. So let's get the Hawaii chair going right here. The Hawaii chair is basically this device that is supposed to make it so that you can exercise while you're, sitting in a chair without really having to do anything. That's the basic idea. So I'm just going to show you a little clip of it right here. It is right there. Let's do it. Hawaii chair.
Out of your workout, the Hawaii chair.
You know, Tamara, the Hawaii chair wasn't designed just for home. I mean, after all, for some of us, at least 40 hours of our week is spent sitting behind a desk at the office. So to see what office workers think of the Hawaii chair,
Can you
we sent
imagine this
Erin
thing in
Lee
your
to
office?
work.
Hi, I'm Erin Lee with Perfect USA, and today we've brought the Hawaii chair to a very
I
busy
just love
work
how
environment.
serious that
Let's
they're
get
being
some
about
first-time
this.
reactions.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Can you imagine?
Great on my abs.
I can really feel this
All right,
working.
enough. Okay, so if somebody at your office came in with the Hawaii chair and starts using that in the office, what do you think? Would you do it? If I was sitting here right now doing this show in the Hawaii chair. I'm not trying to make fun of people for doing things that are fitness related. Honestly, if it works for you, that's awesome. That's awesome. Now, what do you think about this? Do you think it's going to be effective? Is it going to work your abs? I mean, okay, here's where I am. Megan says this is an HR complaint waiting to happen. 100% true. To me, the Hawaii chair feels like sort of like it's going to be good for someone who's super sexually repressed, who kind of like could use a little more gyration in their life. That might actually be a really good benefit of the Hawaii chair for sure. If you have like lower back issues, this one, I mean, it might be great for you and it might not. I would also just say, Kathy says on Zoom, right? Could you imagine you're on Zoom and you're just like, hey, here for the meeting. So good. Um, And I will just say, like, honestly, being active while you're sitting is a good idea. It is actually. Being active while you're sitting is a good idea. So if I hope this thing goes both directions. I'm not sure. I've never tried it. Have any of you actually tried this thing? I would like to try it. I actually would. I would like to try it. I would like to. So if you have a Hawaii chair, invite me over. I definitely would like to try it. I don't know that I'll use it. I don't know. I don't know. It's not gonna give you six pack abs. Don't even no. But if it's fun, great. It is probably better than just sitting in a chair. Maybe I don't know. Lower back issues. All right. Lisa B says I would try it just for the fun of it. Me too. Me too. Me too. Just for the fun of it. Nancy says no way. Right? Right? I know. Seriously. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Let's see what we got. Okay, next one is okay. This one is dedicated to Megan, and it is the shake weight. Okay, have you tried this? Have you seen it in actual real life? I'm gonna show you the commercial. There's a few commercials for this. This thing was around for a little too long, I think. Like, did anybody actually think this thing was gonna work? That's what I want to know. Like, I get it that it's funny and it is funny, but did anybody actually think like, oh yeah, the shake weight, that thing's gonna be awesome? Like, let me show you this commercial. Tell me if this looks like it, if you think this one looks like it's for real.
This is not a workout. This is a revolution. This is shake weight for men, and it's going to kick your butt.
Whew, that's it.
In just 6 minutes. Guaranteed.
Okay, I'm good.
Ordinary weights isolate one muscle in.
Okay, what do you think? Shake weight. I mean, again, this one seems like there's like sexual undertones going on here. It feels like, first of all, have you ever tried it? I have for sure. You see these around. I've been to gyms where they have it probably as a joke, and I've been to, like, I don't know, maybe at Walmart or something, they have them for sale and you could pick it up and try it. Like, it's not heavy enough to do it's not really that heavy. It's really not very heavy. And if it shook while you were lifting weights, like let's say it was battery operated and it actually shook while you're doing your normal weight routine, I would say, yeah, that might actually have some benefit. But it doesn't. It just has these like springs inside that makes you do this like, you know, movement that is reminiscent of like masturbation. Like, seriously, you're gonna have a commercial like that? Like, what? People are buying that? I think it's hilarious. I don't really see a lot of fitness wise of benefit of like doing this action again and again in any of these positions. I especially with not that much weight. It's kind of like, eh, I I just don't know if anyone actually thought that was gonna work. Seriously, did anyone really think it would? Kathy says, OMG. Carol says, only 6 minutes. That's the hilarious part. Only 6 minutes. Megan says, speaking of HR complaints. I mean, seriously. 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 Kathy says maybe core work trying to hold it. Yes, we'll give it that. We'll give it that. You have to work your core. But all those muscle dudes in that commercial, there's no way those muscles came from the shake weight. Like, come on. Come on. Lisa B says my mom did and purchased one. So it's a gadget that I played around with just for the fun of it. There you go. Okay. So it did work for somebody. Somebody believed that it was going to work, but Lisa B, you played with it. That's good. I just love they say 6 minutes. Like 6 minutes of what? What are what are they trying to tell you is going to take 6 minutes? That's what I want to know. Okay. So shake weight. I think Megan has one. Megan, if you want to send us in a photo of you on the shake weight, bring it on. I'd love to see it. Post it in our Discord. Okay. Next one. Next one. This is one I had not seen before, but I found this one. So maybe you've seen this before. Have you seen the eye gallop? Have you seen this? I never have. Again, what? Okay, let me show you what this is. Okay, we're going over here. This is the eye gallop. Check it out. It goes right there.
Horse riding is one of the best forms of exercise.
Okay,
But
true.
it's not easily available for everyone.
Well, true.
Now, OSIM brings you the innovative iGallop, horse riding exercise in the comfort of your home. OSIM iGallop strengthens the back, buttocks, abdominal muscles, and thighs.
Sure it does.
Shape and tone your body anytime. It's exercise made fun. OSIM iGallop.
Okay. Okay. Whoa, don't go to the next one yet. Okay. Um, thoughts on the eye gallop. Seriously. Okay, this looks like it was this to me it looks like it was actually designed for something else. And now they're like, well, nobody really bought it, so I think we just have to try to sell it as a fitness device. That's what it looks like to me. Um, honestly, for people who don't have, I think they should just call it what it is. Like, if you need to, if you like, they have these ones now of these fitness routines where you're basically like gyrating on purpose and it's like super sexual and it's about sexual expression. And it's really about how healthy it is for you to be like gyrating your hips and grinding on things and stuff like that. And from that perspective, this device actually might be really good for you because I do think it's very healthy physically for you to do those actions. And also, sexual expression is really healthy. It's really good. So, for all of those perspectives, I think the eye gallop might I'm, I think it might be better than what we're kind of like giving it credit for because we're laughing at this device, right? Totally. So, and at the same time, I would say let's just call it what it is instead of pretending this is about horse riding because I don't really think this is about horse riding at all, unless we're using horse as a euphemism. So Nancy says she's never seen the eye gallop. Lisa B's never seen it. Megan says, "Oh my goodness!" Right? I mean, like seriously. Mom says it looks like a crepe maker. That's not the first thing I would have thought of. Megan's gonna make a video of the shake mate. Okay, yes, thank you. And don't throw your back out doing that, just saying. Kathy says, what? I gallop? That would be a sold out class. That's what I'm saying. If you just like were legit, like, this is what this is, we're gonna ride this thing, and come on, girls, let's go. And like it wasn't pretending to be horseback riding, I actually think people would do it. Pole dancing is super popular. Like, call it what it is. Um, and you could probably sell seats to watch it too. No, not that you should do that, but just saying. Anyway, save a horse and a cowboy, ride the eye gallop. Okay, I've never seen this in real life. I don't even, I mean, I've seen, again, there's an Ellen episode where she does it, so it seems like it actually exists. I didn't try calling the number. There are people selling them on eBay, so it seems like it's real. But yeah, if you see one, I would try it for sure. It looks kind of fun, but as a workout, like not a serious workout, you know. All right, next one. Let's go. So, are we having fun yet? I love this is like one of my favorite ones. I love this topic, just saying. Okay, this one is one of my favorites from the 90s. I remember this commercial. I don't know if you do, but this is 6-second abs. 6-second abs, not 6-minute abs. This is literally 6-second abs. Have you seen this thing? You might not remember it. This was like, right around, I think I was probably like in high school when this came out. This is right around that time. Okay, let's look at the commercial for this. It's pretty hilarious.
Are you tired of struggling with sit-ups and crunches to get a flat stomach? Are you fed up with sweating for hours with no progress? Well, now you can have flat, sexy abs. 6 Second Abs is a revolutionary program which guarantees you'll flatten your stomach, drop centimeters from your waistline, and lose a dress or pant size in just 7 days.
They guarantee
now you can
it?
eliminate that lower tummy pouch. Turn beer belly flab to fab. 6 Second Abs is
7
up to 15
days.
times
Look at
more
that.
effective than a regular crunch. With 6 Second Abs, you start in a
What's that,
comfortable
a
sitting
graph of?
position. And just listen to the clicks. It's so easy to get a perfect crunch every time. It's
Perfect
just 3
crunch
seconds
every
down
time.
and 3 seconds up. That's what gives you 6 Second Abs.
So take yours to the checkout.
I see. 3 seconds down, 3 seconds up, 7 days. Done. Abs. Simple. Why have we been working out so much, you guys? We just need 6-second abs. What were we thinking? Seriously. Kathy says she remembered this one. Megan remembers it too. Okay. Here's where I am with this one. This is the kind of thing that's doing damage, in my opinion. Like these kind of claims where they're telling people you're going to go from point A to point B in 7 days, doing that? No way. There's no way. And then when they actually sign up to work out, they're thinking they're going to get results like that in 7 days. And you're like, sorry, not realistic. That's just actually a lie. And then they're like, disappointed or something. Like, I don't even know how they can make those claims. Honestly, it seems like a lawsuit, like waiting to happen, as far as I'm concerned. Carol says that you've never seen these, but they're hilarious. I mean, seriously. The other thing I'm just going to say about this device, specifically, this device. Okay, think about the posture that you want to be building into your body. Do you want to be building this? Is this what you want to look like? Like, that's the posture you're building with that device, is to be in this crunched over, hunched over posture. That is what you're building there. So I would say that one is like, no, this device, bad. In my opinion, stay away, stay away. But if you have one, I would like to try it just for the fun of it and just to see it. I've never seen it. I've never seen a physical one of those. If I saw that device, I don't actually think I would know that that's what it was, right? It's not like obvious at all that that's what you're supposed to do with that thing. It kind of looks like I don't know, it looks like a stud finder or something. Like it doesn't look like, here, I'll show it to you again. It doesn't look like a fitness device. Like, wait, that's not the right one. There. Does that look like a fitness device? I mean, only because there's a girl in a tank top sitting next to it. Kathy's looked it up. It's on eBay for $27.99. Yeah, that's like triple the price of what they should be charging for this. Nancy remembers this one too. Yeah, no, this one's giving fitness a bad name. I'm an absolute no for this one. All right, moving on. Let's look at the next one. Boom, the ab wheel. Okay, have you guys seen the ab wheel? I don't have an infomercial for this, although there were some, but I just want to show you what this is. Have you tried this? Have you used one of these? Have you seen it before? You know what we're talking about here. Here is an example of the ab wheel. I got it right here. And it's right there. I don't think there's any sound on this video. Maybe there is. Check it out. Okay, this thing is harder than it looks. This is all it is a wheel with a stick through it. It's not complicated. There was a infomercial that made it like look more complicated than it is. It had a plastic casing over it or something and some way to hook your feet to it. Okay, cool. But not really necessary. So anyway, just saying the ab wheel, I literally have one right here. I think I bought this at like, I don't know, some discount store somewhere. You hold on to it, roll out, roll back. I think this is a good device. I will say this is a very challenging tool to use. If everybody in our team had one of these, would I use this in group class? Yes, I would actually, totally. But it's not that easy. It's actually pretty challenging, and you really need to be able to hold a very solid plank to be able to even think about doing it. Now, when you watch the guy do it on the video, he's like going way out with his arms and way back. That's a super advanced version. If you do have one of these, I would suggest just getting to the knee plank where your wrists are directly under your shoulders but your back's, kind of flat. Just get to there and go back and do that for a while. And then slowly over time, you're going to be able to work it further. And honestly, this is really similar to like, when we do roll down and walk out, like a plank walkout, it's basically a plank walkout with a wheel. So you could walk your hands to this position and walk your hands back, and it's not going to be that different. That it'll be a little less stable with the wheel. But if you can't do the plank walkout into that position, you should not roll with a wheel to that position. So just saying, this is an advanced device, but legitimate. That's where I am with this. Kathy says super challenging. Yes, totally. Nancy says that you tried a roller at a friend's house. Nice, awesome. I will say, are there versions of this you could do? Yeah, you could, I mean, the elevated surface is not going to be that easy to figure out with this, to be honest. Like, you're basically just going to try to get to a plank or some version of it as close as you can. You're going to have your hips hiked up really high, is basically what you're going to do. Megan says, my mom had one of these. I used to play around on it as a kid. Yeah, totally. Kathy says that you have two at the gym. Right. This is something they would actually have at a gym because it's a legitimate device. Kelly says that you still have one. Awesome. Me too, obviously. Carol says, my husband had one, maybe still does. I never used it. And Kathy says, I use my gliders and hit with my hands on the gliders to mimic. Yeah, you could definitely use gliders as a way of achieving this outcome as well. So that's a great, great point out. So perfect. All right, on that note, we're going to go on to our next device, which is the perfect push-up. All right, have you seen this? Do you have this? Do you know what I'm talking about? This is the perfect push-up. Now, if you look this up, it's like, I mean, I feel like they didn't think the brand name all the way through, because maybe they didn't have the internet then. Because if you look this up, you just get a bunch of guys doing push-ups, teaching how to do push-ups, and you don't find the device. So you have to like look up perfect push-up fitness device in order to find what we're even talking about here. But here is, no, oh, here. This is this is the one. This is the infomercial for it.
A ripped chest and cut abs can be yours with the perfect push-up. The perfect push-up is designed to work with the natural motion of your arms.
You can see what it does. You basically hold on to it as you do a push-up, and it makes it allows for you to rotate through the range of motion of a push-up.
All of your push-up is captured and transmitted right where you want it to the muscles.
Okay, enough. We don't have to watch the whole thing. Okay, so what do I think of the perfect push-up? Now, here's what I think about it. I literally have this too. I do. Honestly, I do think this is a good device if you need it. So for the most part, I would suggest that this device is really helpful for people who have wrist issues. If being in wrist extension on the floor hurts, then something like that can be really helpful, because you can keep a neutral wrist when you get into the perfect push-up and hold on to the handle. Okay. So if that's true for you, then this is a good device for you. And there is also something to say for that rotation that it's enforcing. Basically, what it's having you do, I've got a lighting issue going on here. Hold on. Okay, that's better. So, basically it's having you rotate. So you're going to start with your wrist kind of like that, and you're going to rotate to here. And it's basically going to have you do this through the range of motion while you do your push-up. That is good. What it's doing is it's helping you to depress your scapula. So your shoulder blade's coming down as you do your push-up, and that is a good thing to do. So I do think the perfect push-up is encouraging scapular depression and lat engagement during a push-up. So I would say that the perfect push-up from that perspective is a good device. I don't think it's necessary. You can do that even if your hands stay in the same spot on the floor or the elevated surface or whatever. But I would say that like when I teach chest press on TRX, I am encouraging this rotation. This they call it bending the bar in like the TRX language of doing this perfect push-up action. So I would say perfect push-up is legit. I think I might have bought that for $20 or something like that. I probably found it at like, I don't know, Ross or TJ Maxx or something like that. Lisa B says that you remember the ad, but you never tried it. Has anybody else ever tried this? Does anybody actually have wrist issues where this might be a benefit? I think Aaron actually has perfect push-ups at home. Now, I will say, if you don't want to buy this, but you're like, oh, I have wrist issues. This is a thing for me. Another thing you could do is you could use dumbbells and hold on to dumbbells instead of holding onto that. So I don't think it's like a necessary item to have, but I'm not going to say it's like terrible. Is that fair? Okay, here we go. Next item. Next item. All right, the next item that we have here is an inversion table. All right, have you seen these? I don't really have. Kelly says yes. Kelly and Megan are saying yes to the wrist issues, and Kathy is intrigued. We're talking about perfect push-ups. Cool, good. Yeah, I encourage you to try it. I would say try them. If you get a chance and you find it, try it. Megan says she usually uses dumbbells instead. I understand. Okay, let's talk about inversion table. Does anybody have one of these? Have you tried it? Do you like it? Does it work for you? I'd be super curious. Now, the video that I have to show you this is actually more of like a how-to video than a commercial. So I'll show you what I found on this one. I do have one of these also out in the garage. Let's see. There we go. This is a
Thank you for choosing the Innova ITX 9600. Now, we will show you how to appropriately use the inversion
Now,
table.
I'm not talking about this brand. There's many brands of this. There's tons of them.
Before inversion, be sure to wear athletic shoes.
It basically locks your
Make sure
ankles in.
everything is fully tightened and that the inversion table is on a flat and level surface.
You hook your ankles in. You do have to adjust it to your height to make sure that you set it up so that it is the height that you are, because otherwise it won't actually go upside down. You lock in your ankles.
So ankle discomfort is
it does hurt your ankles when you first start. There's no question on that.
Users start out with a slight inversion setting.
And you don't have to go all the way upside down. So you can go part way upside down. It depends on which table you have. And you can go more upside down over time. And if you can work your way up to going like completely upside down. I don't know if they're going to show that. I think they are.
One slot. Let your body tell you how long the inversion should last.
Yep, there you go. You can go all the way upside down. Have you tried it? I do have one of these. I personally like it, but I like being upside down. Now, they make a lot of claims with these devices, with the inversion table. Some people have like spinal compression, and so they're trying this inversion thing because that way they're getting spinal decompression. You should talk to your doctor or chiropractor or whatever about whether they actually think that's a good idea for you. I've heard mixed results, honestly, with that. I would say from the perspective of allowing you, like the same way that legs up the wall pose is really therapeutic to allow for all the juices in your body to get turned the other way, this is good, right? It's going to allow for your blood flow to have like to go the opposite way, your lymph to go the opposite way. It's going to let all of your any kind of like sediment in your organs to get flipped upside down. It's going to churn everything up. It could be a problem if you are if you're somebody who's highly susceptible to having a stroke, it could cause you to have a stroke, but it could also help. This is what I've heard them say, is that it can make it so that you being upside down could make you have more resilience to that because it's going to strengthen all of your capillaries and whatever. So again, you should check and you should check for yourself to see if this is a good idea. I would, if you are someone who has a sensitive body, I would not just say, oh yeah, flip upside down and try it. But you might, you're probably laying flat to go to bed. So just getting to the flat position is probably going to be okay. And then just going a little bit upside down might be okay. And then over time, you can feel into how safe you feel to get more and more and more upside down. Okay, I personally really like this device. It is uncomfortable in your ankles, no question. I tend to, if you don't want that to be true, you can put boots on or something. And so then that way, your boot is getting squished instead of your actual ankle. Um, I can definitely feel it makes me feel a little lightheaded. I do sit-ups on it and things like that. Again, that's not going to be good for everyone, but I think it's great. I really like it. My only thing with this is it takes up a lot of space. I have 20 acres, so it's not a big deal for me to have that thing taking up space. But if you have a small space, how much are you really going to use this is the question. If if you love it and it works great for you and you're going to use it every day, yeah, good. But the amount of space it takes, it may or may not actually be worth having this huge thing in your house. Just saying. Have you tried it? Okay, Nancy says that your brother-in-law had an inversion table. And did you try it? Kathy says my vertigo would not be happy. I think you're probably right. Um, Megan says my Cairo has an inversion table. There you go. There you go. And I think like somebody like your chiropractor would have good advice about whether you specifically would be well served on this. This is the kind of thing where it's like really nice if they have one, you know, somewhere that you can go use it sometimes and you don't need to store it yourself. So that's my advice on the inversion table. Lisa B says, yes, you have used dumbbells and always wondered about an inversion table. Right. I mean, it depends what's going on with you, if this is going to be a good thing for you. Um, I like it. I will say, I do like it. I do. There are other versions of it where you can get boots that hang off of your pull-up bar and things like that, but those versions are way harder to get into the position. The other thing I'm just going to say with the inversion table is if you do try it, the first time when you try it, you should have someone else there so that that way, it's not like you get stuck upside down very easily or anything like that. It's not like that really, but if you couldn't figure out how to get back up easily, you might want somebody to be there because it's really easy for someone just standing there to help you. And if you were upside down and you got stuck, it might make you feel like you're panicking. So you'll probably feel safer if you have someone there to help. Nancy's never tried it. Cool. Okay. Well, maybe you'll. Kathy says, I prefer my feet up chair. What's a feet up chair? Maybe we need to feature that next time. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Next one is, oh yeah, this one's hilarious. Okay, this is, I think, the last one. I think I forgot one in here, but that's okay. We're gonna call this the last one. The last one is squat magic. Have you seen this thing? Okay, squat magic. I do have a video for this. Let's see if I can get it. Squat magic. Let's go. Squat magic. All right, that's the last one. Ah, where'd it go? Here we go. Squat magic. There it is.
A squat. But squats are tough to do and can be so hard on your knees and joints. No wonder you give up. Introducing the revolutionary Squat Magic from New Image. The first fitness machine ever to help you master the king of exercises and get all the basics of squats without the struggle, all in the comfort of your own home.
Oh.
Magic's secret is its patent-pending squat-assisted technology and its specially designed 5-degree tilt feature, which automatically...
Oh, I didn't realize it has 5-degree tilt. What? Okay, okay, okay. It's basically a piston to assist you in your squat. Okay. Okay. Have you tried it? Have you seen it? I have not tried it in real life. This is my thoughts on this thing. If you are resistant to squatting and this would make you do a squat, okay, fine. Do it. That would make me think this thing is worth something. Honestly, it's like, here, let's take all the value out of doing a squat. I will say it's basically a squat regression, is basically what it is. And you know how sometimes when we're in class, I'm saying, okay, if you need to make this a little easier, you could sit down to a chair and stand back up and sit down to a chair and stand back up. What this is doing is bringing the seat of the chair to your butt. And then it's kind of like, you know, coming with you on the way down and then helping you on the way up. Um, if it's me, I would personally rather encourage you to hold on to something, like hold on to TRX handles, hold on to anything, and to use that as an assist before I would encourage you to do this. I also think it looks pretty unstable of it only being 1 point on the ground. And so you would really kind of have to trust it. Again, it looks like they're really selling the sexy girl and the sexual overtones of what is happening in this infomercial more than what they're actually selling this device, just saying. Um, Nancy says I've seen it and never tried it. Lisa B says too funny. Kathy, have you found an eBay deal for this? Oh, Lisa B wants one. Just kidding. Yeah. I kind of, this is what I don't know. If your physical therapist got this out and was like, you need to have assistance on your squat, and here, this thing's gonna help you, I'd be like, okay. Uh, if it's gonna help you get a little lower on your squat than you normally would, okay. I could see that as a benefit. I can. I haven't actually tried it to know if it really is going to be helpful or not. And again, what I would do for this, rather than selling you a piston that looks like it's going up your butt, is I would rather just have you hold on to, like, something. Hold on to TRX is what I would do. And I'd put the ball, like the exercise ball, like this big thing. Can you see it? Kind of. Not really. Anyway, I would put that behind you and I would have you hold the handles, sit to the ball, and stand up. Um, yeah, maybe it's good. I haven't really tried it. I think for most people, unless you're very deconditioned, it would not be helpful for you. It's really, I think, good for people who are nervous about squatting and might be afraid of hurting themselves. But if you are in that case, I would rather have you hold on to something because it's going to be safer. That's where I am with that. Okay, so that is our list of fitness gimmicks and gadgets. If you have anything that I did not talk about today, there's a million of them, of course. So feel free, post whatever fun ones that you see. I would love to see them. You can post them in our Facebook group. You can post them on our Discord. And you can also, bring it to class and share. Love to see it. Love to see it. Kathy says, best move. I love the TRX with the exercise ball. Me too. I do it all the time. I really do. So anyway, okay. So that said, we're kind of going to go with this theme a little bit through this show today. So we are going to talk about, it's time for our mid-show stretch break. And our stretch break today is really kind of showing a stretch gimmick. Now, this stretch is something that I was encouraged to do a lot as a child in things like PE class, and it is hurdler stretch. Do you guys have experience with hurdler stretch? This is something, it is known for hurting your knee on the knee side that you're bending. Your leg and your hip are in internal rotation. There's a shearing force on the inside of your knee. So even though this is the position that you would go in to actually do a hurdle, I would not encourage anyone to do a hurdler stretch. For most people now, this is contraindicated in many arenas, many arenas. So instead, I would encourage you to do this version where the sole of your foot comes in toward your inner thigh instead. So check out the difference. In this one, let's see if I can get it. This one, the foot is on the outside, and on this one, the foot is on the inside. So this stretch in yoga is called Jani Shirsasana. I know I pronounced that wrong, but it's close. Kathy says I hated that move. Yeah, I mean, it definitely can be an issue. I will say that this version is a yoga pose too. It's a little different than this, but not that different. So if you are going to do a hurdler stretch, we will never have that in class, but be very careful with this. And this one is very safe. So there's that. If you're doing this along with me, switch to the second side, extend one leg. This is great as a hamstring stretch. There's so many variations you can do here. You can put a strap around your foot. You can tilt up and over. You can bridge up off the floor. There are so many great variations for you to do with this one. I love it. All right. And then that's the second side. Moving on. Our move of the week this week is also a fitness gimmick. This fitness gimmick is crunches. All right, so crunches, I'm calling this a fitness gimmick. Why am I saying that? I'm saying that because I think this is my personal opinion. I know not everyone's going to agree with me on this. That's fine. Crunches are overrated. Do they work your abs? Yeah, maybe. But often I find that people use their neck in crunches way more than their abs. Also, just like what I was talking about on the 6-second abs machine, the crunch is putting you in this hunched over position. So it's really encouraging this hunched over posture. So I would much rather that you do a plank, much rather even that you do a front step and you sit all the way up. That's an important thing for you to be able to do, right? You want to be able to do a full-on sit-up so that when you're laying in bed and you need to reach up and grab something and come back down, that you can do it. That's important. You want to be able to do a sit-up so that if you're laying in a really low back lounge chair and you want to sit up and reach, that you can do it. So I would say I'm not completely against crunches. I'm not going to say there's no benefit, but I think crunches are really overrated. Now, let's point out how to do good form on crunches. This girl in the video, in this photo, is actually doing a good job. She's reaching her chin more up to the sky. So I would invite you the next time you're doing crunches to feel, are you actually feeling this in your abs? You should be feeling this like right underneath your breasts, like upper abs. If you're not feeling it there, then it's probably not working your abs. So in that case, reach your chin more toward the sky, and it may help you to take the work out of your neck and put it into your abs instead. Kathy says so many people get neck strains with this one. Totally. And it's just not posturally helpful. So anyway, crunches, meh, not excited about them. Now, if you add some variation, like maybe you're adding a twist, maybe you're adding legs, if you're adding some variation, it tends to get more benefit once you start adding other variations. But just plain old crunches, you don't see that in my class very often. All right, moving on. Okay, that takes us to the fun part of this class. It's time for, or I guess this is a show. Fun part of the show is the announcements. Our first announcement is our community event for this weekend, which is the breast cancer walk. Our breast cancer awareness walk is tomorrow, Saturday, October 11th, with trainer Kathy, who is here live right now with us in the chat. This is going to be a wonderful community event. It is early. It's at 7:30 in the morning Pacific. Early. Kathy also has a couple other classes going on in the schedule. So this is completely free. It is free. So you do not have to be a member. If you're somebody checking us out and you're like, I don't know anything about this Next Fitness Thing situation, you can go to the nextfitnessthing.com/breast-cancer-walk and sign up for this completely free. No credit card, no membership, nothing like that is required. You can just join and it's going to be awesome. For everybody who does want to join, this is going to be a great opportunity for you to shout out everybody who you love in your life who has been dealing with breast cancer. I know my mom right now is in her fight with breast cancer. 1 out of 8 women, 1 out of 8 women, and that stat is old. It might be more than that now, gets breast cancer. It's a lot. So this is our chance to be in it together. See you there. All right, Kathy says, whoop, whoop, yeah. Okay, our next announcement is the Trick or Trot 5K. The Trick or Trot 5K is coming up. It's on October 25th. The training program's about halfway over now, but if you just want to join for the 5K, please do the 5K with us. It is on October 25th, which is a Saturday, so it's 2 weeks from tomorrow. And you can sign up at thenextfitnessthing.com/trick or trot 5K. It's going to be super fun and it's for a great cause. It benefits Project Soulflower. Also, we announced the shirt. So those of you who signed up for the training program, get the shirt already. Here it is. And if you want a shirt besides that, you could get one in our store. It is live in the store. Check it out. That said, we have another 5K coming up in November, which is the Friendsgiving 5K. This is also a benefit for Project Soulflower. Those of you who are signed up for the Trick or Trot 5K already, the people who signed up already before, get to do this one for free. If you sign up now moving forward for the Trick or Trot 5K, you get a discount on it rather than getting this one for free. So make sure you look in your email for your member discount on the Trick or Trot 5K. Okay, this is November 22nd. Sign up. Kathy's in the chat saying, do the 5K. Nice. Kathy says, yes, I got to order mine. Your shirt. Awesome. Okay, moving on. Book club. Book club is coming up. This is the day after the Trick or Trot 5K. It is on the 26th of October. We're in October. And the book for our walking book club is Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno Garcia. Casey is leading this book club this month, and this book is super popular. Has anybody read it yet? I haven't started it. I found it, but I didn't start it yet. So check it out. And our last announcement is to join the Discord. The TNFT Discord is awesome. It's our really dynamic community online. I will put the link to join the Discord in this video. So if you're not in there, get in there. All right, that's it. I have one more device. I got a bonus device for you, okay? This is a bonus device. This is not something that has an infomercial. I'm just going to show it to you, see if you've ever seen it before. And it is the neck and back release tool. Do you have this? Megan says, I love this book. All right, cool. I'm glad to hear that. I haven't started yet. Have you seen the neck and back release tool? Now, here, I'm going to show you. I have a few of these. Kathy says the book is perfect to get you in the mood for Dia de los Muertos. Absolutely true. Okay, I literally have like that exact one. I have it. Check it out. I know my virtual background's kind of messing with you, but this thing, I will say this thing has helped me a lot. I am somebody who has neck issues, so you can take these two little nubbins here and kind of put it on your neck, and you can use it to give yourself a little massage on your neck without having to have another person to help you. Also, the fact that there's several other choices here between this one, and this one. You can put it, especially when there's some part of your back that's super sore. And because it has this opportunity to use leverage, you can get to that spot, especially if you're trying to foam roll, but the foam roller is like too big or you can't get just that one spot. This thing really helps. I put it into the spot where I want it. And sometimes I like move my shoulder around and I can give myself the shoulder or neck massage that I really need without having to have somebody else help me. Now, I do have a few different ones kind of like this. I have this one that's kind of just for your neck that you could get. This one I got at Daiso, I think. And it's just for your neck. It's also good. It just does the one thing though. And this is kind of like the teeny little cheapy version of the other one that I just showed you. The big one is way better, I will say. This one's okay. Nancy says, I use the shepherd hook when I get a migraine. That's what you call it, is a shepherd hook? I never heard that before, but cool. Kathy also has this tool. Lisa B says, yes, I love this. Are there instructions in our email how to sign up for the Discord? I got the app on my phone, but that's as far as I've gotten. Yes, it's in the weekly newsletter that we send. And if you need help, I know that you and I are going to be DMing anyway, so I'm happy to help you to get into the Discord too. But if anybody else is having trouble with getting into Discord, it's join our newsletter and the instructions are there. And also I will put the link below in this video. Shepherd hook. Cool. I never heard it called that name before. I will say with this, I just call it like the neck releaser. This thing, it's really effective. And at the same time, don't overdo it. You could definitely like overdo it and with your shoulder and like cause damage if you really like try to go for it a little too hard. So I would say be gentle with it, especially if you've never tried it before or you're not really sure. But I really do think this thing is great. It is great. Especially like for me, I don't know about you. Do you always ask people in your family to like either scratch your back or like, oh, can you just help me with my neck right here? Just for a second, please, right? And I don't know, it's sometimes it's a little unsatisfying, like they just can't seem to find the spot, right? And so with this thing, I can get it in the exact spot where I want it and need it and just anyway, all right. So that is, I'm not selling it or anything. And I will say I'm not selling any of the products that we put into this show today. I am in no way affiliated. Even the ones that I have, one of them, that just means I bought it myself. It doesn't mean that I am representing their company. I'm not trying to throw any shade at any companies. And honestly, any way that you're willing to move that you enjoy is a good way, even if people are laughing at the device. I still think it's good. Okay, that brings us to the end of the show. I hope that you had as much fun as I did, and I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope to see you tomorrow at the Breast Cancer Awareness Walk. Come and also, if you, I would encourage you to dedicate your walk to someone in your life if you'd like to do that. And if you are a breast cancer survivor, especially, please come and we would love to hear your story and for you to share and just for you to even feel support on that journey. Okay, that's it. I'll be back here next week. Push all the buttons, push the like button on this video, subscribe to our channel, join us on Facebook, join the Discord, go to the nextfitnessthing.com, sign up, do all the things. All right, Carol says fun show. Kathy says thank you all. Thank you. I love you guys. All right. Bye. I think I even got the music ready this time. Let's do it.